I'm Gin, and here are 5 yellow burglar tips. Number 1. Reveal weakness. As a yellow bird, reveal weakness works just like a copy mark. It's a toggle skill you put on an enemy. You can apply the mark on the target. It's going to stay on it and give incoming damage unless you move out of range. See, it fell off immediately. The range is 20 meters, so as a bird you should always try to stay within 20 meters of your target. Keep this important buff up. Also make sure you trait Appraising Eye in yellow line. Gives you plus 2% more damage. And this means if you have a red berg and a yellow berg, the yellow berg should always put the mark on the main target, because you get the 2% extra damage. If you're fighting more than one enemy, a good tip is to have the red berg put it on another one next to it. Gets more AoE damage. Number 2. Quite a snag. Another important debuff the bird can put on a mob is Quite a Snag. It roots the target, but more importantly it gives plus 3% incoming damage and plus 10% attack duration. This lasts for 15 seconds. Range of the skill is only 10 meters, so you gotta be pretty close to use it. Once you apply it to the target, it gets Quite a Snag debuff. This is a debuff you should try to keep up all the time, just as your reveal weakness mark. If you manage to keep both of these up, that's 16.5% incoming damage all the time, plus some attack duration. So as a yellow bird, try to maximize your debuff's uptime. Number 3. Trickster. Trickster is one of your most important skills in yellow line. You get it from reaching the capstone. Bottom here is Trickster. Pretty much it makes trick skills AoE, and the next trick can stack with an existing trick. This is how you get double debuffs on targets. If I were just to put Enrage and then a Disable, it would just replace the Enrage of the target. But if I use Enrage, then Trickster, and then I use Disable, I get 2 debuffs. Plus, as you can see, it's AoE. This target also got Disable on it. So as a yellow berg, you know that when Trickster is coming off cooldown, it's time to renew your double debuff. Every time it's off cooldown, it should be used to refresh your double debuff. This is one of the main roles of a yellow berg, keeping those double buffs up. Number 4. Burglar's Antidote. Another important role for a yellow berg is effect removal. Burglar's Antidote is one of the strongest removal skills in the game. Once you reach down into yellow, get into Burglar's Antidote. Makes it apply to the fellowship, but it also applies to the entire raid if you're in a raid. So a berg can be really powerful in removing fears, bleeds, anything that hits your raid. It's a 15-second cooldown. The range is 25.2 meters, so you have a pretty good range. Hit the entire raid. And the animation is pretty nice, you can move pretty fast. A skilled yellow bird will always look out for his raid. Use Burglar's Antidote when needed to help out. And in certain fights, it's essential that you remove something really fast. A berg is perfect for that. And number 5, Enrage and Disable. As a yellow berg, you have 4 main tricks that you can put on targets. These are Enrage, Disable, Dust in the Eyes, and Counter Defense. Counter Defense debuffs the enemy's critical hit chance, but it's not a trick that anyone really uses, so I'm gonna dismiss that one. Dust in the Eyes can be useful. Gives 20% miss chance, which can be increased from your allies. But mainly burglars switch between these 2 tricks, Enrage and Disable. Enrage gives plus 5% incoming damage, and you can see it says limit 1 trick per target. Of course, with Trickster you can override that and put 2 tricks on a target, which would make it plus 10% incoming damage. And in the same case, Disable would give plus 40% duration, minus 30% damage. and minus 26k finesse with Trickster and double debuff. So usually a Burg would put Enrage on any target. If you kill it faster, that's always going to be good. But if you know you're going to take a lot of damage, you would put Disable. A good example is the first boss in Anvil. When it does the belly flop, you may have 2 Enrages on the boss, but if you see it during the belly flop, you would maybe switch to 1 Disable and 1 Enrage for that short moment, and then back to double Enrage. So pretty much it's all situational. If you feel like you're not going to take a lot of damage, you use Enrage. If you're going to take too much damage, you use Disable. That's the end of the video. Hopefully it helped. Leave a like, subscribe to help the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.